is up YouTube world abroad. So we got the predatory tank on top, we got the 40-gallon long on bottom. So I wanted to go a different route with the lighting system. So we can tell we already have a light on it on one side, and I'm experimenting. So I had this light on it before, and I believe this light is just a little bit too strong for the depth. Alright, it's just too strong. I noticed that a lot of plants were always growing algae on it. Maybe I just didn't have enough plants in there, or I have no idea. But I think the light was just too close. It was just too strong. So I would have to kind of rig the light a little bit higher and have to strip a little bit higher, and that would work out, I believe. Because these plants don't have that much algae on it at all. The one on top is growing a little bit algae, but all the plants on the bottom are doing great. And we got really bad reflection. Yeah, but we can't, I don't think doing that, and it's just too close. So I would have to rig it up some way. And I was like, maybe, I don't know if that's going to be too smart to have a bar running across of it. I don't know. So I thought about trying this on one on each side and seeing how it works. Now I have already a opinion about it. My opinion about it so far is it lights up too much. It hits the wall, hits the ground, it lights up too much of the area. Now let's talk about it real quick. This is a from Petco, and it is a heating lamp, but it's a pretty neat one because actually you can control how much heat it puts out or light. It has a dimmer adjuster on it, so I was like, that's pretty neat, let me get this one. But then I realized when I got it, because I was excited about this, that I didn't pay attention on about the voltage maximum. So this one is only a 75 volts maximum, so it can only handle above 75 volts maximum. Now I got a LED 75 volt, and this is a 5000K daylight. So this is very dang close to real light. Now I'm a little confused when I'm looking up people's ideas and getting ideas of my own and looking up online about how these LED works and everything, and I'm a little confused because some might be at 5000K at 75 watts, but the luminous is only 1100. So I believe that is how much brightness it will actually penetrate down and everything. And from people's ideas and what I have read, people are talking about 2000 luminous. And I guess the higher the voltage, the bigger the luminous, right? So I found one for like 120 watts would had like 1500 brightness, but the LED was only 3000K, not 5000K. I'm like, that's a little odd. Alright, so that was like a warm light. You want to be as close to the sun as possible, which this one's 5000K is pretty dang good, but I don't know how well it will actually penetrate down. So I'm experimenting. I most likely will have to get a heating lamp that is designed, or a different clamp type lamp, because I clamped it, it works out great. This is what my idea was, to be able to hang it on one side and just hopefully get enough brightness where it penetrates all 2 feet of it, and then one on the other side to penetrate the other 2 feet of it. So as you can tell, I actually took some plants and they were in here, and some were doing excellent, some like these were actually one whole big piece, and I broke them up to like 4 little pieces. So the tips were doing excellent, some were dying on the bottoms, and others were doing great, and so, right? So what I did is I put some in the very beginning, and I just gradually moved it to halfway through the tank. So this is about roughly halfway, and I wanted to see if they will grow. Some are not doing great, and some are doing good, before I put it in this tank. Now we will see if they will actually do good, or if they will all kind of wither away. So this is my LED idea. I'm still learning a lot about it, but maybe people have some ideas on my idea or on other people's ideas, and it's not, it's not saying my idea, but it's just an idea of other people's ideas and putting it all together and just having fun with the whole entire hobby, So, alright. But this is what my idea for my setup was, is to put a light on one end and one on the other end, and not have a big bar going across the middle, because I would have to secure it some way, and then if I would ever want to work on it, there will be a bar in the way, and I can't easily remove it. I don't know, and it's going crooked, so if it was straight, then that would be a different story, I guess. I don't know. But like I said, my first opinion about it lights up too much. When it hits the wall, hits the ground, it just lights up too much. This is a flood light, so does it say flood? It does not. It did somewhere. Weird. I don't know where it said that, but there's two types from as far as I can tell. There's floodlights, and then there's spotlights. So this is a floodlight, so it has a 45-degree penetration instead of a 25-degree penetration, instead of just a spot. So it's the way the light bulb is designed. So let's go ahead and turn the light bulb over. So that's cool, right? So I can actually adjust it. So I like that feature a lot about this heating lamp. I still can't see it. Oops. There we go. So it looks like a light bulb, but it is a LED. It's nothing fancy. It only costs $10. Like I said, this thing can only handle 75 watts. So if I actually wanted to put a big boy in it, I would have to completely get a different light fixture. But we're just experimenting. It is 5,000K, so it's very close. 1100 brightness, I don't know, because people talking about 2000 for the brightness. They're talking about, the pretty big ones would use like 20 watts per, I don't know how that works, but this one only uses 10. This is the strongest one I could find for this fixture. But yeah, so it has a flood. So the other one was a spotlight, also looks exactly the same, but I guess the way it's made inside, it just has more of a spotlight penetration instead of a wide range. But yeah, so I really like this. I really like that. I really like how I can adjust it. That's one thing that's really cool about it. But yeah, so we will see how that works out. I'll take another video in a week to see how well the plants halfway through are doing. I imagine these plants will do pretty good. It's pretty dang bright, but then again, you need a lot of power to penetrate through water, Now it's only a foot deep, so I think this will do. Hopefully, I might get a better bulb, a better fixture, a better bulb, but I think this will do. But like I was saying, it does light up a little bit too much in my opinion. It's like the whole bottom is lit up. With the light strip, it's more concealed within the aquarium. Though the aquarium is lit up, it's not like the light is coming off the side here and it's hitting the wall. You know what I mean? It's just the aquarium is lit up. But when we're doing in here, this idea, it's it's a light, So that's the only thing I don't like about it. But the light bulb was $10 and the fixture was $15, just a little adjuster. So I was excited. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, They have stronger ones at Petco, which holds, that has a higher maximum rating, or this says 75 watts maximum. You cannot put a bulb bigger than that. It even says in the back again, do not use bulbs over 75 watts. So I'm like, okay, that's a warning 2 times. So it's like, okay, let's not try it. But so I'm most likely going to have to get a bigger one of this, and I did not see a big one with a adjuster. But that's what happens when you get, oh, that's pretty cool, and I just grabbed it and I didn't pay attention to the watts. But yeah, we're gonna see how this one does, and if this one actually does really well, it might, because it's only a foot deep. I know a lot of people are working with aquariums, 18 inches tall, 2 feet tall, has a much deeper, they're working with a lot more water, they gotta go through a lot more water. So maybe this will just do fine for me. But I'm liking everybody's ideas on these LEDs, because that strip, for 4 feet long is, $50. And this was $25, and I think that's half the price. If you would actually go to Petco and buy a strip light, you're paying like for 4 feet long, they're like $100, $200, so yeah, that's from eBay, so that's a cheap one from eBay, but it works really well. I can't complain. It definitely grows plants and everything. That's what I use on my swamp tank, and my swamp tank does great. But alright, yep, so I will take a update video in a week, and I drag this video on like I do all my other videos, but I'm excited about how this might work out. So alright, I wish everybody an awesome night, and y'all be good. Laters.